just a few days to go for the American presidential election, Republican nominee Donald Trump finds himself in a surprisingly strong polling position against Kamala Harris. Despite the crude and racist anti-Hispanic insults made during his New York rally on October 27th, Trump seems to enjoy a resurgence, even a slight edge in opinion polls. The Real Clear Politics average on October 30th indicates Trump leading Harris by a very narrow margin of 0.1%. That may be absolutely marginal, but it represents a significant shift from the previous election cycles, where he trailed in the polls by notable margins against Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton in 2016. In both 2016 and 2020, Trump outperformed polling expectations, winning states that many believed were solidly in the Democratic camp. This phenomenon has led many Trump supporters to feel optimistic about his chances, even in the face of skepticism from Democratic analysts. One of the most pivotal battleground states, Pennsylvania, it shows Trump with a slight lead of 0.5%. This is particularly notable given that in the 2016 election, Trump trailed Hillary Clinton by 5 percentage points at a similar point in the campaign. Ultimately, he won the state by a narrow margin on the election day. Last time, Biden won the state narrowly by a margin of about 80,000 votes in a state where a total of 7 million votes were polled. Pennsylvania's demographic diversity and economic concerns, particularly in the post-industrial areas, play a significant role in shaping voter preferences. Many voters who feel left behind by traditional politics may align with Trump's message, viewing him as a champion of their interests. Pennsylvania, with its 19 electoral college votes, could prove to be the key this time, with the state being almost a must-win one for Harris. She would rue not picking Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro as her running mate. In Michigan too, Trump holds a razor-thin lead of 0.1%. Historically, this state has been a Democratic stronghold, but Donald Trump's appeal to working-class voters in the Rust Belt has allowed him to make significant inroads. 4 years ago, Biden held a substantial lead in polls leading up to the election, yet he finally won narrowly. Trump's focus on issues like manufacturing jobs and economic recovery resonates with voters who feel disenchanted by the political establishment. In fact, this sentiment could bolster his support more as the election approaches. In another battleground state, Wisconsin, which is also a blue wall state, once again Trump has a slight edge as he leads Kamala Harris by 0.3%. Similar to Pennsylvania and Michigan, Wisconsin has shown a tendency to flip between Democratic and Republican candidates in recent elections. Last time, in 2020, Joe Biden had a 6.4 point advantage in the polls, highlighting the volatility of voter preferences in the state. Trump's messaging around law and order, economic growth, and opposition to progressive policies have found a receptive audience among voters, especially in the rural and suburban areas in these states. One of the narratives that is gaining traction among Trump's supporters is the existence of a hidden Trump vote. This concept suggests that there are voters who support Donald Trump but are quite reluctant to express their preference in opinion polls, possibly due to social pressures or a distrust of the media. Both Trump and his allies argue that the closer polling margins indicate a stronger underlying support base that could manifest on election day. The theory is bolstered by Trump's past successes in outperforming polling predictions. Democrats, however, argue that this narrative may not hold as much weight in this particular election cycle. They point to the underperformance of Republican candidates in the 2022 midterm elections and earlier primaries in this presidential cycle as evidence that the electorate may not be as favorable to Trump as he and his team believe. This skepticism reflects broader concerns about the reliability of polling data and the challenges pollsters face in capturing an accurate picture of voter sentiment. Both campaigns, both Trump and Harris campaigns, are aware of the stakes involved and are urging their supporters to mobilize ahead of November 5th. Trump's rallying cry of "pretend you are 1 point down" reflects a strategic approach to energizing his base and ensuring high turnout. Some observers even think that the crude insults against Hispanics on Sunday was aimed at energizing the base and ensuring their complete presence in the voting booths on November 5th. Trump supporters are encouraged to actively engage with friends and family to spread the message and reinforce their commitment to voting. On the other side, Harris and her team of Democrats have also emphasized the importance of turnout, especially among key demographics for the Democrats, such as young voters, minorities, and suburban women. The Democratic strategy focuses on addressing issues like reproductive rights, abortion rights, climate change, and healthcare, which resonate well with their base. The urgency conveyed by both campaigns underscores the tightness of the race and the critical nature of each vote. As the election approaches, Trump's current lead in battleground states illustrates the complexities of voter sentiment and the unpredictable nature of American politics. While Democrats maintain that polling trends may favor them, Trump's history of outperforming expectations keeps his supporters hopeful.